Well, I saw that you left a a review on our gut health product. Is that the first WINPRO product you've tried, or have you tried anything else in the past?
No, I tried the allergy first.
Okay. About when was that? About when did you find out about us?
I'm thinking like maybe last fall.
Okay. And how was your experience with the allergy chews?
It was good. I noticed definitely a decrease in her itching. We're still having some issues with ears, but that's a whole nother thing. The itching definitely decreased. And so then that made me want to try eventually the gut health, because that's been our main issue. We have gone through so many vet visits and dog food and probiotics. I mean, it's just been a nightmare.
I can imagine. And your dog's name is Ziva, right? I saw from the interview, which I got so excited when I saw that too. My aunt's dog's name is Ziva. And so I was like, this is another Ziva that I'm coming into contact with. That's awesome. And she's a Bernedoodle, Golden Doodle mix, right?
Correct.
Okay, awesome. And tell me a little bit about how you got her and like how long you had her and kind of what your guys' story is.
I got her when she was 8 weeks old. I've had her. She just turned 2 the end of July. And a couple months after I got her, we started having some softer than normal stools, which eventually progressed to just complete liquid. And the doctors tried to do antibiotics. Like, she tested negative for all the main things, but they thought maybe she had some infection. So we did probiotics and antibiotics. It got better. But then about a month after we stopped that, finished the treatment, it came back and it kept coming back. We tried just probiotics for a while, but it would kind of help, but it still never returned to normal. So then we thought maybe it was an allergy to a food. So they put her on this prescription food, which costs like $120 for like every 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
So that I had to have her on that. And then we did like a food trial where I would just slowly like introduce one food at a time and see if the symptoms would come back. So we were on that prescription food for probably like 5 to 6 months, which was so expensive. And yes, while she was on it, she wasn't having anything, but that's just not sustainable for me. She's a big dog and she was still growing at the time. So if I was still on that now, it would be even more money now. I didn't find anything that she was allergic to, other than I noticed that if I reintroduced treats that had like lots of synthetic ingredients, I would notice some problems. I found one dog food that seems to kind of work. It was a Blue Buffalo sensitive formula, but her stool was still way softer than normal, even if that's the only thing I fed her. So I knew there was still something going on. So since I had good luck with your allergy chews, and I noticed, like, I read a lot about like your guys' ingredients and the plasma, and you're the only company I found that just had something that seemed really different than anyone else. And so I was like, okay, let's give this a try. And this is like after a year of vet visits and just trying all different kinds of things. So where we're at now is about probably a month after giving it to her daily, the gut health, I noticed her stools started firming up. And all I was giving her was the 2 in the morning and then staying on the same food and no treats at all. I just was trying to figure out, is this really going to help? And it definitely did. So I have now been able to slowly start reintroducing like treats that I'm making just out of whole foods for her. I don't think it's a food allergy at all. I think there's just something going on with her gut health and she needed some extra help. And I'm a nurse too, so I'm trying to like critically think through all of this and figure out what is going on with this dog, because I've never had this issue before. I know it can happen in doodles, but I've had a doodle before and never had this happen. So super thankful I found you guys.
That is like such an exhausting process, trying so many things and spending all of that money and still feeling like you're not really getting anywhere, trying to resolve the issue. We hear that all the time. And it bugs you too when it's like a mystery that still hasn't been solved, when you're like, but what is it? Because it's still causing a problem. But that's so amazing that you had us kind of in your frame of reference from like the allergy chews and everything. So it gave you a little bit of confidence to try us for the gut health one too. And you're right, we are the only ones that have the plasma.
Right. I really think there's something to that. And I will say too, like when I was saying like she was having liquid stool, it was like every day. And a lot of times there would be blood in it too. Like, so something was really irritating, like the lining of her intestines. And I'm a firm believer that there's something to the plasma in this stuff, because we've had no more blood whatsoever ever and firm stools every single day for months now.
Wow, that's amazing. It's like, it's so heartbreaking too as an owner because you know how much your dog is obviously like suffering and dealing with an issue. So you like really want to figure out how to resolve it. But it's so frustrating to try so many things that don't work. So I'm just so glad that that worked out. With our allergy product, since that was the first one that you tried for Ziva, how did you find out about us originally?
So we had tried just like probiotics through the vet, which, like I said, I noticed a little bit of a difference, but not a full difference. And so I just started reading online about different smaller companies because I think a lot of times there's really something to the smaller companies because a lot of times people had a problem with their pet. They wanted to find an answer. They did a lot of research and came up with something. I was just starting to read about a lot of smaller companies. So that's how I got to you guys. Just a lot of Google searches, honestly.
That's so cool. And it is interesting for us to find out how people find out about us because we are a smaller company and we don't have the massive kind of share of the market or voice like some of the big companies that you see on the shelf in pet stores and things like that, for example. Was there anything that when you first heard about us that made you like skeptical or almost didn't want to purchase? Or when you saw our allergy product and read about us right away, you were like, yep, that looks good. Like, what was your experience kind of looking into us?
I mean, I guess I was a little skeptical. Just I was going to be because I had tried so many things, but I was just willing to try something new. I knew I wasn't going to give up. I just had to keep trying until we found something that worked for her.
Absolutely. And you said Ziva's main issue was itching, right? What was her kind of like allergy situation like?
Yeah, just itching. We had gone in for some allergy shots, but they were only working for maybe a month. And I just don't like to use prescription stuff unless I really have to. I'd way rather use something natural. So I just didn't want to have to keep having her injected with stuff.
Like most, I think there's a lot of pet parents that are kind of in that situation where they're like, well, if I need it, I need it. But if we don't need it, we'd like to avoid it. And that's a perfect pair to our allergy chews and our gut health chews together. A ton of people use that for like more severe allergy symptoms and stuff. And so giving them both to Ziva is only going to help probably both of her situations with the itching and with the loose stools. That's amazing. Loose stool situation got better in a period of about 30 days. Was it about the same for the itching or what was the timeline kind of like?
I think so. By the time I tried the itching, it was kind of the end of our big allergy season here, like in the fall. So my thinking was I just wanted her to hopefully build up some immunity so that when the spring came around, it wouldn't be bad like it was again. And so when we got to the spring, it was like hardly anything there. I did notice probably some immediate results, but like I said, they were already kind of tailing off anyway because it was fall.
Sure. Gotcha.
But I still give it to her every day.
It's going to be the best thing that you can do to kind of keep her body prepared and prepped and staying in like a good, stable position. All that stuff. So that's awesome. Can I meet Ziva? Is she around? I'd love to see her.
She's got a cone on right now.
Aww.
She just had a little tiny growth removed. Ziva, you want to say hi?
Hey, Ziva.
Can you see her?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, who am I saying hi to?
She's like, who am I saying hi to? Where is she? Oh, she's beautiful. Thank you so much for showing her to me. So perfect. She's beautiful. The president of WINPRO, Tim, he actually has a Bernedoodle. They're just like beautiful dogs. And the best temperament too. The last question I just wanted to ask you is, would you recommend WINPRO to other people? And if so, kind of what would you tell them about your experience with our products?
I have recommended it. My mom has started using it. She has a husky who has had some itching problems. So she started using it. Seen some results. He's still having some itching problems. So we're trying to figure out what else is going on there. And I've told a couple people at work about it too. I don't know if they've started using or not, but I've just told them basically what I told you. A lot of my close friends and family know the journey that we went through and just all the vet visits and bills. And, now we don't have to deal with that. Very cool. I found you guys.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with me. I'm so glad I got to meet you and talk to you and meet Ziva as well. Is there anything else that you want to share with me or does that kind of cover all of it?
No, I think that's it. Thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mandee. I hope you and Ziva have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks. Bye.